Trump and game day, two major events happening in Norman this weekend. Before we get to the major questions of just how officials are going to deal with the traffic headaches, we do want to start with the security briefing that took place yesterday. We are joined now by Sarah Jensen with the Norman Police Department. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
We're glad to have you here. Our viewers have a lot of questions for you. I know because of safety reasons, and we understand that. You can't reveal too much about those meetings and about Trump's visit and the security plan for it, but what can you tell us about Trump's visit on Saturday?
Sure. We did meet with Secret Service this week and are in constant communication with them. I'm really just discussing how this plan is going to evolve. This is a private event. There's not a lot of information being released about this event, but we want people to know that we are working towards putting together the security plan, and it is in place. And the good news is it's not going to have a lot of effects on what they normally experience on a game day.
On game day, because the traffic's already, I went to OU, and I can tell you the traffic's already a nightmare. You add in a presidential candidate, and I would assume that would just multiply the issues. So how many officers will have to be taken off of game day duty and put on Trump duty? We're talking Norman police officers, and I'm assuming OU police as well.
Sure. So OU's police department pretty much all works for game day.
Okay.
We have a contingency of about 40 officers that do just traffic. Those officers will remain on traffic. Those are still necessary duties that they're going to have to fulfill prior to the game and after the game. So we'll bring in additional officers to support some of those functions that are needed by the Secret Service and other new elements based on security.
How does that work exactly? Does the Secret Service come to you and say, here's what we need, here's where we need it, and you kind of do it? Or is there a meeting where you maybe compromise a little bit, talk about a plan, or do they just kind of hand you a piece of paper and say, here's what we need?
It's been a collaboration,
okay.
Especially since this is a game day and this is a complicated traffic issue, a lot of people coming into the city, and we want people to feel the least amount of effect as possible on their normal routines on game day. And so they allow us to say this is what we need as a community and a police department, and then they also collaborate with OU, so it's kind of a team effort. And then of course they let us know what they need as far as security resources, and we work as hard as we can to provide those.
On a personal note for you, I know you actually used to be a journalist and did what we do, and now you're dealing with presidential candidates and Secret Service. What is that like for you?
It's very different. It's constantly changing. I think that's the thing most people don't realize is that it's down to the minute.
Sure.
We have estimated plans currently, but they're already changing every single day. It's evolving a little bit, and that's very new for me, that it's constantly changing and that there's just so many things you have to think about and so many elements that really go into play that most people don't ever see.
Do they do that for safety precautions, keeping everyone kind of guessing where he will be, where he will land, where he is going, because they don't want any issues? Is that why it's constantly evolving?
I think that's part of it, and then I think that there's just so many people that have a demand for that schedule and that time that he is on the ground that it just is constantly affected by when he leaves his previous place and when he can get to the next place that's on his schedule. So there's a lot of time spent shuffling that schedule.
How long have you known about this visit? Is it pretty sudden when they say, hey, Trump's coming this weekend, better figure it out? Or do you have a little bit of preparation time?
We probably found out when y'all found out.
Okay.
Late last week.
Sure.
We were notified that this was in the works. Chief was notified, and we began planning at the end of last week. And then, of course, those meetings occurred earlier this week.
Is he going to the game?
We have not been notified of that.
Okay. Is that something they would notify you? Hopefully they would notify you so
yes.
you could make the proper
and that
will,
if he is does determine that he will go to the game, that will affect some of the planning, but that plan is in place as a backup plan if that is determined.
We're talking about 20,000 Ohio State fans are coming on top of probably 100,000 OU fans coming into game day. Was there any part of you that thought, maybe you can come next weekend and not for this huge game, maybe the biggest game of the season?
I mean, we were concerned initially. I mean,
Sure.
I think we are concerned. I think our big message to people is that it is going to affect traffic. There will be a lot more people coming in, especially last week went pretty smooth for all of the road closings and construction that we do have going on in Norman. But we anticipate there will be a lot more people coming in. And that's aside from the people that are attending the game. There will be a lot of tailgaters, a lot of people that go to Campus Corner just to watch the game. So people need to leave early and they need to give themselves a lot of time.
Yeah, playing Louisiana Monroe versus playing the third-ranked team in the country is going to bring in a few more people. Nothing against Louisiana Monroe. And something that's always been brought up to me, and I experienced this too as a student, the parking for game day and the parking in general. And there is a new ordinance now. There are new parking signs up in certain neighborhoods that you cannot park along those streets because people were complaining about people, parking on their neighborhood streets. What would you say to those people coming into game day? 20,000 Ohio State fans, probably 100,000 OU fans, Trump supporters. Where are they all going to park?
I think for people that typically come into game day, we are asking them to utilize those parking areas that they always utilize. For people that are new to game day, we really ask them to rely on OU as a great resource and really look at the parking areas that they provide for people. Those are safe places that are guaranteed not to be towed or restricted areas. But then again, just coming in early and planning ahead and really looking at your signage. We know we do have a little bit more of a relaxed plan when it comes to parking on game days, but the things that people cannot do is block driveways, yellow curbs, park along those restricted areas. That's what's going to get people towed, because those are areas where the emergency personnel can't get through if it needed.
A safety issue there. We have a lot more questions for you, and we want to talk about traffic too, and where people should go and what roads are going to be closed down for game day and for Trump possibly as well. I do want to talk about the weather though. You came up from the Norman Moore area. Did you hit any pockets of high water on your way in?
I didn't on my way in.
Okay.
I know that in the downtown area where we typically see flooding most times when it does rain, we did have some of those.